Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first 7 o'clock p.m. Ask Ashley. It is very dark outside, pitch black, and so the lighting is just my horrible regular overhead lights, which is not ideal. It would be lovely if I had these gorgeous studio lights and I was just in a gorgeous, perfect complexion because the lighting was perfect, but that is not how it's going to be thanks to the time change, even though I thought we voted to not have that anymore. I guess it didn't stick. I don't know. I'm very confused about it. But either way, I'm glad you are here. I am happy to dive in and start chatting about your crochet businesses. We already have one question from the Bello Flores. I'm a horrible reader. And pronunciator. Pronouncing words. But if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments and I will do my best to answer as many of them as I can in about a 30-minute window. So I'm going to start with this one here. And she said, I have a big market in a year. I'm starting to prep now. Very smart. It's in October and I want to offer hats for women and babies. Do you think I should also offer mittens that match the hats so people can make sets? This is a very good question. There's not really a right or wrong. You could add them if you wanted to or not add them if you don't want to. I would like to encourage you to maybe think about your ideal customer. Crocheted mittens are not going to be as durable depending upon the design and the yarn that you use, the pattern that you follow and the yarn that you use, as store-bought mittens, especially for children. You got to imagine that they are just like running their hands down wooden railings or scraping them on the concrete, like playing and being crazy, throwing bricks at each other. I don't know. But I would be a little worried that they might not hold up for kids. For adults, it's fine because we know how to treat our things. Also for babies, it would be fine because they're not doing stuff yet. But children, like elementary age children, it might not hold up well. You could do wrist warmers that go over their gloves. So just like up to here and then a thumb hole and then like down, that they could put over their gloves. Those would also be quicker to make and very cute as like an accessory, so they could take them on and off and still leave their gloves on if they were getting rowdy. Just a suggestion. Really, there's no right or wrong for that question. You can do it or not do it, as long as you are paying attention to what your ideal customer wants and needs, and as long as it's not too difficult for you. You want to be able to make them fairly quickly. So if it's difficult or intricate or tedious, like time consuming, it might not be something that you can crank out fast enough to make it worth, like to price it at the point that you need it to be priced at for your worth, if that makes sense. But I love that you're preparing already. That is fantastic. I would like to also tell you, depending upon where you're at in your business journey, we are in the thick of beanie season right now. After Christmas, but definitely after January 1, things will slow down so much. I'd say maybe through February, depending upon where you live in like the climate that in your area. After that, though, after February, things are going to drop down and go really slow, especially in the spring and summer months. Unfortunately, like fourth quarter and first quarter is usually when we get the most of our sales for finished piece sellers. So be mindful that right now is a really good time to get sales right now. And you can use the spring and the summer months throughout the year to be cranking out your stuff for your next market. I don't know where you're at in your business. You might be brand spanking new and you're not getting any sales right now anyway. So it might not affect you. But just keep that in mind because I don't want you to like rip your hair out trying to do planning for a market that's a year away and cranking out Christmas orders and Christmas gifts right now. Like give yourself permission to be like, I'm going to do Christmas now, and then I'll work on my market stuff. That's okay to do that. You're already ahead of the game. The fact that you're even thinking about working on your market stuff in advance. So very, very good for you. Okay, that is the only question I have so far. I'm going to pop on over to YouTube and see how many people are hanging out. If you've got any other questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. I will answer them. I don't know where my YouTube app is. I'm just going to type it. I did post about my Santa head gift pocket today. And literally as I was making the video for it, I got another idea because that's how it happens for my brain. But how fun would it be if I made the same video? I'm looking at a video, the same pattern. How do I know which one is live right now? Upcoming. What's this one? 4 days ago. Scheduled, what is today? 6/20/27. I don't even know. I see your question, Lila. I see you. Faux, like green faux fur yarn and the Santa hat still on. So like but imagine this, everything that's white and tan is green faux fur yarn. And then he's got like the pom-pom and stuff for the Santa hat portion. Like this guy. Except everything from like here down is green faux fur yarn. I'm going to have to try it. Thank you, Roseanne. I see your question. Lila asked, are hashtags still a good idea for adding onto Instagram posts? I've seen some people have quit adding them. So I would suggest that you do some testing, like post a post with hashtags and then post a post without hashtags. You can also check in your stats if you have a business account. You can check in your stats and see. Let me go to an older post so I can see. Let me go, maybe this one. View insights. Let me see if I can figure out where it's at. But you can check and see how, I think you can check and see how your hashtags are doing. Maybe that's a Facebook thing. Professional dashboard. There's a best practices button on Instagram now. Oh, looks like this. It says new. That could give us some tips. Saved replies, trending audio. I don't know how to find it right now. I think there's a way to see your analytics though. Content you shared, views, insights, badges, bonuses. Maybe not. It's been a hot minute since I've done that. But I was on a phone call with Meta a couple months ago, maybe 2 months ago, and they encouraged me to use hashtags still. Hashtags are a discovery tool to help get new eyes on your content because people can follow hashtags, but also the algorithm. If somebody has engaged with a post that has a specific hashtag before, the algorithm will most likely show them more posts with a similar or same hashtag. So that's another thing that the hashtags can do. So discovery tool for new people. I think they're also a great community building tool. So if you are, like hashtag a crafty concept or a crafty concept patterns, or back in the day, Tony of TL Yarn Crafts had crochet is bae. We've had hashtag crochet boss before. Like if you can create a hashtag that your community can use when they share pictures together. So especially inside of Crochet Boss Academy, I encourage my students not to follow one another. Follow trains are not good for your business. You see them every single day. Follow me, I'll follow you back. Click sign up here and we'll follow each other. No, they're not good for your business because the people who are following you are not your ideal customer and they are not going to engage with your content. And so the algorithm is going to show it to them. Then they're not going to engage and the algorithm is going to say, oh, I'm not showing that to anybody else because these people did not engage with it. So it's not good to do follow trains. It's not good to follow, like try to get your friends to follow you, like that have nothing to do with what it is you're selling. It's not going to help you make more sales, which is why you are in business. but you can have a hashtag. So for you, ideal customer wouldn't be the same. But for me, for Crochet Boss Academy and for my students, it doesn't make sense for them to follow each other. So we have hashtag Crochet Boss Academy, and they can use that hashtag on their posts, and then they can go look at the hashtag and then engage with each other's comments, like just to help them, like comment, like share, just to help them kind of get some momentum going if they want to, but without committing to following them and then 3 or 4 weeks down the road no longer engaging with their content and then potentially hurting their reach via the algorithm. So there's lots of good things that you can still use with hashtags. It does not, but you don't need to use like all 30 of them if you don't want to. I think my guy told me like 3 to 8 is a good number. Some people use the hashtags as a way to like tell the algorithm what their post is about. The algorithm is going to read your caption. It's going to watch your video, and it's going to read any words that you put on your video. It doesn't need the hashtags for you to categorize your post within the algorithm, but it is a good way to get discovered by new people and build a community around your business and your brand and your ideal customer type things. So that's something to think about when it comes to hashtags. So it's nice to only have to choose like 3 to 8, right? Well, now we don't have to come up with 600 like we used to. But if you want to try and see how your posts do with and without hashtags and make a mental note, there's got to be a way to see those statistics on Instagram. You have to Google it, but there's got to be a way to check your statistics to see. If nothing else, you can just see how each post did. How did this post do based on this? So maybe you do Mondays at 3 o'clock. You're going to post this post. And then next Monday at 3 o'clock, you're going to do it again, but without hashtags, and see which one performed better. Keep everything the same except for the hashtag. So time of day, day of the week, and what the post is and the caption, exactly the same. And then just do one with and one without hashtags and see how they perform. Hey, Anthea, I missed you. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Lila, thank you for your question. Thank you for hanging out. The next one is from Roseanne, and she says, I have leftover inventory from Halloween. Should I discount it or hold on to it for next year? Either is fine. It depends on what is more important to you right now. Are you in a 400 square foot apartment in New York City? Discount it. Get it out of your house. Do you have a storage room in your attic that you can easily store them over the next year, and they be like put little things in the bag, like those little gel cap things, like the moisture collecting bags, something keep any mice away if there's any, keep them protected for the next year until it's time to pull them out again, then store them. That's less you're going to have to do next year, especially if you're going to have any markets next year. If you can store them, store them. If you can't store them, try to sell them. If you can't sell them and you can't store them, you can gift them or donate them if you absolutely need to. I know that's not, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to donate our stuff. And sometimes you can also do it in a way that benefits your business, like long-term. But we don't want to just donate everything that we've got, or we will run out of business. We will go out of business very quickly, right? That's the order I would do. If you can hold on to it, hold on to it. If you can't, sell it. If you can't do either of those things, gift it or donate it if you absolutely have to get it out of your home. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you for your question. Super quick and easy one. Okay. So it looks like 7 o'clock p.m. is not the best time for people to join the live because there's 12 of us here and we are already still at all the questions again. Trying to think if there's a go-to topic that I can talk about. I am working on Crochetmas. If you're new around here, Crochetmas is where I go live for the first 10 days of December and crochet one of the free crochet patterns that's on acraftyconcept.com. It's very fun. There's lots of replays for the last 2 years here on YouTube already. And then I'm working on getting everything ready for 2024. This December is going to be fun. And another thing I'm working on is the 2025 content calendar. This is the 2024. I've been going back and forth with maybe not even doing it, but I need it for myself. So if I'm going to go through all of the trouble to make it for myself, I might as well sell it, right? So I use this content calendar every single month to run my business, mainly for what emails I'm going to send out to my email list every 3 times a week. That's seasonally appropriate and raising your quality of life, helping you run your business in a way that's seasonally appropriate. So I need this tool for myself. So I'm going to try to work on it. I've been having some technological issues with Canva that's been making me want to pull my hair out. But I think we've finally worked most of that out, and I'm able to work on it here and there in between homeschool and softball and being a wife and being a mom and designing crochet patterns and trying to post on social media every day. It's really tough. It is really tough. And I know that you guys, it's tough for you too. We're all working very hard, and we are doing very hard things. Anthea says, I have a similar question about restock. She has made her ear warmers this year in more of a neutral color palette. My ear warmers left from last year I'm trying to sell now, but I don't want to discount them. You're fine to do that, Anthea. You can absolutely do that. You can call them last chance or something. You could say being discontinued. And that might create FOMO or urgency to get a couple more sales. You could also do like these ones come with a free gift if you wanted to like go on to Amazon and buy a big old pack of Idol customer specific stickers. And you can include that with the headband order, something like that, something very inexpensive, but still Idol customer specific if you wanted to. And I know that you do markets too. So you could, even if you've got them at your market, you could put them like behind, like if you had a box of ear warmers like stacked in a row, because you said you use those templates that Anna from the Naughty Boss sells, you could put the colorful ones in the back. So that way, if I'm walking past your booth, I see this neutral, beautiful color palette. But then if I'm picking and I'm going through and I say, oh, that's pretty, you know what I mean? Might get their attention. So that's another option as well. Good luck to you, Anthea. Lila says she's so excited for Crochetmas. I am open to suggestions for which A Crafty Concept patterns would you like to see. I posted that on Instagram, and I don't think I was very clear with what I was looking for because I got a lot of requests for new patterns, which is great information for me to put in my back pocket. I also got some requests to crochet some of the guest posted patterns on my blog, which are not my designs, so I do not have permission to make videos for them. Some of the guest posters, I have asked permission. I am going to be doing 2 patterns that are guest posted on my blog, not A Crafty Concept Designs, this year. They're on the list for Crochetmas, 2 of them. So hopefully it will be very, very fun this year. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. It's not you, it's me. I cannot read or talk well. I am a redneck and I am not polished. So I'm not going to try. I will embarrass myself. But she says she's not able to decide which niche crochet she should start selling in Etsy. So my best advice for picking your niche, or another way to say that is your ideal customer, is looking at who you are. That's the easiest path. Is it the only path? No. It's the easiest, quickest path to get you started, like to get the wheels turning on the bus that is your business. So look at who you are. Who am I? I am a stay-at-home mom. I am a millennial. I am a homeschool mom. I am a girl mom. I married my high school sweetheart, kind of. I am a Christian. I am into natural and herbal medicines and topical like lotions and stuff. I am trying to live a toxin-free life as much as I can, except for food, because I can't do that. I have a type of depression. I have ADHD. These are things about me. If I wanted to build a new business, I would make my ideal customer as much about me, as much like me as I could, because 1, it's going to make it very easy for me to talk to her. I'm not going to have to be worried that I said the wrong thing or I offended her, unless I myself was the type of person that got offended all the time. Then that's all I would think about, and that would be very stressful. But I'm like, ignorance is bliss. That's how I live my life. So if I wanted to post about the devotionals that I'm reading or the Bible study I had this morning, I'm a Christian woman. I could make my ideal customer a Christian woman And then I would be very comfortable talking about my faith on a regular basis because that's what she likes and that's who I am. Like I'm just being transparently myself, right? The more you can be transparently yourself, the easier it will be for you to run your business. If you are trying to be something you're not in an unhealthy way, there's a way to do it in a healthy way. But if you're doing it in an unhealthy way, if you are straight up pretending, it's not sustainable. You will eventually quit. What do I mean by healthy? A healthy way to pretend. That's going to fall under the fake it till you make it mindset. And the best example I can give is the one that I experienced myself. I used to be I used to have a couple different like personality problems, qualms, things about my personality that I didn't like about myself and I wanted to change. So being negative was one of them. Another one was like panicking about somebody copying my work. I pretended to be different. And now I'm no longer a negative Nancy and I no longer care if people copy my work. Like I don't lose sleep over it. And my life is 10 times better because of those two things. Started the whole community over competition movement. I try my best to teach as many people as I can about not getting worked up about being copied or worrying about copying other people or any of that because it's toxic and it's nasty and it truly doesn't matter at all. We think it does. We really think it does, but it doesn't. 99% of the time, it does not matter. Those things were things about my personality that I did not like. So I pretended until it became my new truth, if that makes sense. So kind of like manifesting, I guess. So you can pretend in a healthy way, but you can also pretend in a very unhealthy way. If I was trying to build a brand around sports moms, let's say boy moms. No, let's just say sports. I created a line from sports things. And I was talking to like sports girls who know and love sports. And I was like, look at that touchdown number 47 got last night. It was so ballin'. It's going to be very obvious that I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's not going to be genuine and it's going to be uncomfortable. Whether they know it or not, like spiritually uncomfortable. They're going to be like, they're going to have like a weird thought when they think of my business, my brand, or like a crafty concept, whatever, because I'm being very fake. Another way to be very fake is if you have a personality that's different than yours, or if you talk different in your business than you do in real life. Like you have a different tone. Like maybe I would speak like this. Very soft all of the time. This is the only way. Like I was trying to build a brand around being a yogi and peace and harmony and essential oils and rope sandals. And this is how I spoke all the time when I'm in my business. That's not easy for me to sustain or maintain because that's not who I am. I would have to be like Googling some yogi words that I can be sure to use in my life today. Like that, you can't run a business like that. It's not practical. It's not efficient. It's not worth your time or energy. You will be unhappy. You will think you are not the right person to build a crochet business. You'll be like, I can't do this. I'm too unhappy. I can't build a crochet business. That's not true. You can build a crochet business. You can build a very good crochet business. You are just trying to be something you're not. Be who you are and attract a person who likes who you are because she is also very similar to who you are. And your life will be 10 times, million times better, truly. So that's how I would like to advise somebody to find their niche. Look at who you are. Make a list, write down all the things about your personality and your lifestyle that are important to you or that you're passionate about. Passions are very good. If you're passionate about something and you talk to another person that's passionate about that thing, you're going to be like, did we just become best friends? Immediately. They're going to say, are you in my head? I was literally thinking that today. Of course you are, because we're the same person. We have the same thoughts, the same passions, the same inspirations when we see the same things. Like if Taylor of Taylor Lynn Crochet and I both saw a pineapple at the same time, we would both immediately think of the show Psych at the same time. That's how you can make it the most easy way possible to build and run and grow and sustain your crochet business. I hope that is helpful. Anthea says, I'm afraid of attracting customers who wait for sales, which isn't the type of customer I want to attract. Very good, Anthea. So she doesn't want to put her things on sale because she doesn't want to create sale culture, budget-friendly culture for her ideal customer, for her business, because that is not a good way to run a handmade business. That is fine for flea markets, yard sales, secondhand, or mass-produced things. Super fine. You can be very successful. It is not good for handmade because you have to physically make the things. And building a business around this budget-friendly mindset is not going to help you reach your long-term goals unless your goal is to make back enough money to buy more yarn with, because crocheting keeps you mentally sane and stable and you're able to love your family because of it. Then that's priceless. Like, you can't put a price on that, right? But other than that, if you're trying to build a business where you make money to have money, that's not going to do it. So Anthea, you are in the right mindset for sure, for sure. Love that suggestion for Crochet Miss. Anthea said she loves the last chance idea. She has done some bright colors that she doesn't want to continue with. I'm trying to stick to more of my brand colors. I love it. You can also, Anthea, keep in mind, kids usually like bright colors. So if you've got kids on your Christmas list this year and you just need to give them something, that's always an option. Or friends with kids, or if your friend's like, hey, I need to get something for a birthday party this week, and you like, I have some bright colored earwarmers if you would like one. They're $10 or whatever the price is. Things like that. She said she found someone who made some earwormer stands on her Cricut using chipboard with my head design and my logo. They turned out really nice. Thanks for brainstorming with me on a previous live. I'm glad you were able to figure that out. That sounds lovely. It sounds like your booth is going to look fantastic. And she said, just a thought, I wish these lives with you could be done via Zoom. Anthea, I have thought about that for Crochet Boss Academy before. That has entered my mind before for Crochet Boss Academy. We have to be real. It will attract the right people. 100%. She's going back to what I was saying about your niche and your ideal customer. 100%. Christina said, nighttime, Ashley. I love it. Now it's a party. I need to get me some kombucha, and we can just sit here and like, kombucha is like a probiotic drink that's kind of vinegary, but it's non-alcoholic. So it could be a very good wine substitute if you are trying to cut back on the alcohol. Just throwing that out there. I don't drink alcohol or wine. I don't like it. I don't like the taste, but I really like kombucha a lot, but only from a certain brand here in Berea. So you have to find you a good brand. Okay. We are all caught up again. We have gained 5 more people. We're now at 17. Very good. Very good. Anthea's loving the 7 o'clock live. Anthea, you need to go tell all your friends. Because 17 is, I'm so thankful for each and every 17 human, but I'd really love for it to be like 30, 29. That would be a good number. That would make me be like, now we are just having a party, a little crochet party. I love it. Oh, Lila loves the time. Go tell all your friends. Tell all of your friends. Christina said I was at 23 when she joined. So that's good. Very, very good. Thank you, Christina. I don't have a specific reason for wanting more viewers. I'm not trying to sell anything. I just think it would, I don't know, make me feel good. It's really not that important. It's a vanity thing kind of. But it would help with the conversation too. I think the more conversation we have going on, like if there's more people here, then it's less each person's responsibility to converse. So I think it could be fun. Okay. Anthea says she thinks people just need more reminders about the new time. Can do. I wanted to show you if I'd been working. The only thing I've been working on a little bit is I'm trying to make some pillows for my throw pillows on my couch, some seasonal pillows. And I made the pumpkin one and I shared it on Instagram, but I've also working on some Christmassy ones. And I got this one. It's a little Christmas house. And I'm going to attach it to fabric, like 2 pieces of fabric. So it's like you can open it and put your pillow in. But I want it to be like taut on the pillow and not too loose. My pumpkin one's kind of loose. But I wanted to tell you my idea for this one because you're like, Ashley, it's so plain. I know. I'm going to embroider on it or do some surface slip stitching. So the windows here, I did surface slip stitching for the lines on the windows after the thing was finished. See, I went back in with my crochet hook and surface slipped it. I'm going to do the same thing for the lines on the door down here. There's going to be like rectangles on the door to make it look like a front door. And I'm going to do all the white and the whole roof. I'm going to make snow with puff paint. That's going to look really cool. I'm just going to blob it on there. Easy peasy. Blob the top of the chimney to make it look like there's snow, and then the house to make it look like there's snow, and piled up down here on the floor to make it look like there's snow just all over it. I'm going to put puff paint ornaments on this tree, but I could also do beads, little beads to make them look like ornaments. That could be very cute. I'm going to do some green or I think I'm going to do some green swoops like this. It's the opposite of what I'm doing. Green swoop, like a garland kind of thing. I'm thinking about embroidering it with a tapestry needle and yarn. So hopefully I can do that. I was thinking about blocking it first, and blocking is very tedious for me. I don't have the foam mats already like easily accessible. They're literally in the storage room in the basement because we use it for floor. So I'd have to clean one of them off and bring it up here to my craft room, get this thing wet, and then so I was going to do steam blocking, but my steamer only works up and down. If I lay it down like an iron, it just doesn't work or it leaks. So I have to find a way to get this thing up. I could clip it onto like a coat hanger maybe, and then find something I can hook it to. I just threw away one of those coat hangers that's like from the store with the pants clips, but I also have chip clips and clothespins. So maybe I can coat hanger it because I need it to like stand up so I can steam it, and then I need to pull it like so the stitches fall into line. I don't know. That's why I haven't finished it yet, is because I need to block it first and then finish. I was gonna put some fire in here with puff paint is what I was thinking, but that might be, what would be pretty? Felting, where you like jab it to death with a little needle. Can you felt onto worsted weight acrylic yarn, or does it need to be like wool? I could put wool on the back. I could put a piece of wool on the back and felt through the front and have that like almost like tape. I've never used that before, but I have one of the tools, the little pokey tools, and I have some wool yarn that I could probably use. I don't have a lot of wool. I'm not a wool gal. I'm an acrylic plastic gal. I don't know if I'd have red or yellow or blue. I mean, red, yellow, or orange wool, but that's an idea that I could do, is felting it. And that gives me a new skill to test. And I also thought about, I probably won't, but I could poke through fairy lights and then have the like battery thing sticking out the side so you can easily get to it like from and have it light up. I don't know. We'll see. I have the grid for this, and we could probably share the grid and then write like the step-by-step instructions like for each row. 5 spice, 2 white, 3 yellow, 5 green, you know what I mean? Like that. As a pattern, we could probably do that. I definitely will not be able to create a video for this. But for anybody who's more like intermediate that knows how to read a graph, I could make a video about how to read a graph and then say, if you need help reading a graph, here's this video. I could do that. But I also have another one that I'm working on that says Merry and Bright, and it's almost finished. That's not the grid. And then I have another one, because I have like 12 pillows, that is 2 nutcrackers. I'm very excited for this one. This one kind of looks like the chicken guy, Colonel Sanders, a little bit, mixed with Cat Williams a little bit. But I was going to start this one, but I didn't have red. So I started with my other one. But I have red now. So hopefully I can do that one as soon as I finish my Merry and Bright one. Anthea said she would love the fairy lights. And she said, I made slippers. What do you recommend to use on the bottom to make them non-slip? I recommend puff paint. I'm telling you, you just make little blobs. Make little blobs of puff paint. Let it dry for 24 hours. This helps. And they're machine washable and dryable. I had my terracotta slippers that I've had since we lived in the old house, like the old house, not the tiny house, the one before this whole area. They're still on there. The only times that the puff paint has come off is when my puppy chewed them off. Like she chewed them away from it. They also make some paint that's for shoes like that, but this does just fine. I've used it many of times. Now, Anthea, do not put slip resistant or slip proof. I mean, just be careful with how it is slip resistant, but like I would be very uncomfortable if somebody bought them for a 90-year-old woman that lives in a nursing home because they thought for sure she wouldn't fall. Like these aren't tested as mass-produced things are tested, right? So that would make me very nervous. That's the only thing. They do work though. They do work. They and you kind of click a little bit when you walk because it's like sticking and coming off the ground like that. So just be careful about how you word it. And if someone says this is going to be for my grandma in her nursing home, I'd be like, I'd probably get some like government tested slip resistant socks before I would buy anything handmade, because if she falls and breaks something and dies, or it's not nothing I would want on my conscience. And that's a thought that I've had myself. How big are the blobs? You can do as big or as little blobs as you want, Roseanne. I would say like the tip of a pencil would be the minimum size, but you could also do shapes. Like what if you made them look like little snowflakes, like just little lined snowflakes, or somebody's name, or like 2024 down look at my bear paw feet. I have shorts on. It looks like I don't from that angle. I'm clothed. Me and Ava got these at Walmart the other day. She's got a pair and I've got a pair, and I can actually wear both of them. Any brand, baby. Any brand. I got a bunch of Tulip because I bought a whole pack of them on Amazon. And I can get them from Hobby Lobby. Going to try crocheting with many colors of yarn like your pillow. I joined the Serdar Crochet along thinking I was going to try crocheting with many colors of yarn like your pillow. Oh boy, that takes great skill. So Anthea, my hack, there's a friend that I've been following for a long time, maybe Cozy Nook something. I've been following her for a long time on Instagram. She makes those like farmhouse looking pillows that says like blessed. She cuts her yarn. I think she does it in every row. Whenever she adds a new color, she cuts the yarn and she knots it together. I had very small like yarn balls, and I hold them together with alligator clips because I have 6 billion of them, and I use them for every area of my life. I have so many of these. I use them for every area of my life, including holding my scrap yarn together. I also use it as a stitch marker to, like if I'm still working, I'll put this in the stitch as a stitch marker so it doesn't unravel. I use them to hold things together when I'm sewing. I use them to hold my hair. I use them to hold chip clips. Like I use them for everything. I have so many of these. But I would just get like manageable lengths of yarn and just let it dangle in the back. And then every row I would just kind of like just quickly straighten them out. It wasn't super tedious. But then whenever I ran out, just add a new one, tie it, keep going. Made a big, huge difference, because trying to keep like skeins, or even what's it called when you make like little chunks, bobbins, was very stressful. So yeah, that's what I did. I just cut them. Oh, you're very sweet. She said you're such a great crocheter. You're very sweet. How big are the blobs? Yes, I know. I used to work at a nursing home. Do they make that puff paint in clear? I've not seen it. They might make the paint specific for the slippers in clear, though, because they sell paint specific for the slippers. Cut the yarn, but then mini ends to weave. Nope, I be knotting them. I knot them together. Tie a knot. If I'm worried about them unraveling, I could plop some like E6000 glue or something, but this is on the inside of the pillowcase. Like the pillow itself is still going to be, the pillow itself is going to be in the pillowcase. So like the fluffing is in the pillow, which is in the pillowcase. So there's no issue of this messing up if these little knots are on the inside. They'll still be there. And if I was that worried about it, I could just like sew on an entire back piece and then sew it to the back like a flat back piece, you know what I mean? And then attach it to almost like a liner. That might be better because it's really difficult for me to sew to make it squared off properly. That's the part that stresses me out, which is probably another reason why I haven't moved forward with this one. Cut the yarn, but so many ends. What is yarn you like most to work with? Okay, you're welcome. My favorite yarn is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek from Hobby Lobby. My first favorite yarn. Here's this one. Let me see if here we go. This is my favorite yarn. Number 4, worsted weight yarn. Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek from Hobby Lobby. It is low pill, so less likely to get fuzzy. My second favorite yarn is, I love this yarn also from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby's yarn is my favorite. I think their yarn is superior, and I think they could open little baby yarn shops worldwide and just sell their yarn only and do fine. I say that, and their yarn area keeps dwindling, so what do I know? Maybe this is a marketing issue, but their yarn is superior. It is my favorite. Okay. Oh, yeah. Anthea said if she was doing a blanket, like a grid blanket. Yeah, you're right. That wouldn't, I mean, you could line it, right? Like, what if you took like a fleece sheet and sewed it onto the back of your blanket, almost like a quilt? You know what I mean? Like a billion lines of sewn on. Or you can do the tie method if you really wanted to. That's also going to take a long time. Maybe you could like spray adhesive to it, and then you have to make you a little swatch and practice if you're also a sewing gal. I have a broken nail. It keeps getting caught in that. Oh, I started using Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek for my brand when I took Crochet Boss Academy, and it has definitely elevated the quality of my products. Love it. Fantastic. Oh, Christina, I got inspired the other day by a sewing video for a duck lovey that's made like the Gracie doll, where you make it inside, like you crochet everything on and make it inside out and then flip it right side out. I hope I can make that come to life one day. I feel like it would be very on brand for you almost. Maybe not very, because yours is more woodland, but ducks are so cute, especially mallard ducks. I'll just eventually learn to crochet with multiple colors of yarn. I hear you. Okay, friends, we are 12 minutes past our 30-minute window. So thanks for hanging out, though. I had fun chatting with you. I hope that you felt inspired, encouraged, motivated, uplifted, just something positive. I hope you felt positive from hanging out today. I hope you like the 7 o'clock time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let me know over on Instagram. Send me a DM. Let me know what your thoughts were. Let me know if you had any more suggestions on how we could get more people here, just for poops and giggles. There's really no reason. Like, it could literally just be me, Christina, and Anthea, and we'd be fine. Like, there's really no reason. It's just for poops and giggles, to get more folks over here hanging out, just for my vanity. I'd like your suggestions. Anthea's suggestion was do a better job at reminding people of the time. And I didn't post it on Facebook either, so I need to just do a better job all around. But hopefully you felt encouraged, and that's all that matters to me. So I hope you have a great night, a wonderful beanie season. We are in November now. We are in the mix of beanie season. I will be here every Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mackenzie, you already updated that banner for me. There it is. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great day. Talk to you very soon. Oh, wait, there's a comment. Okay, perfect. See you guys later.